Desktop Paints Tutorial Number 3, How to Use the Firebrush. Hello. This is Desktop Paints Tutorial Number 3. In this tutorial, we will explore the sparkling features of the Firebrush. This is the brush you want to use when you will simulate an effect of fire flames. Typical uses for the Firebrush can for example be an animated fireplace, a forest fire or a burning building. Step 1. Make a folder. Let's start by making a folder in which we can save the files we use and create in our new project. This is advisable, since it will be much easier for you to modify your animated wallpaper in the future, and easy one to find the files you used. Step 2. Select the background image. When you open Desktop Paint's Animated Wallpaper Maker, you will see a dialog box with different options to choose from. In this case we want to start a new animated wallpaper from scratch, so we use the alternative, Create New Project. In this project we will use a picture of a fireplace. So start by clicking on the button named Change Background, which you will find in the upper toolbar to the left. Navigate to the My Projects folder you recently created, and open the tutorial background file named Fireplace. Step 3. Apply the Firebrush effect. Choose the Firebrush effect by clicking on the plus symbol in the toolbox located in the upper right corner. You can also open the effect by clicking on the button labeled Add Animation. Click on Firebrush, and then confirm by clicking on the button in the right lower corner, named Add. You can also double-click on the effect in question, and directly go to your workspace without having to click on the Add button. Paint on a small portion the fireplace, and then select the Firebrush and paint on another part of the fireplace picture. As a good rule, you should click and activate, highlight the effect area, which will put a transparent gray layer on the portions of the image you applied the effect to. This will make it much easier for you to see if you missed to paint an area. We use different copies of the Firebrush effect in order to get a more natural fire illusion. If we use the same Firebrush for the whole picture, the end result will not be as natural as it can be by using several Firebrushes. Each time you choose an effect and apply it to the background picture, Animated Wallpaper Maker will update the preview of your wallpaper. Now it's time to fine-tune the effects you added. Start by select the first Firebrush you made, and then go on to the next when you made the adjustments. You make the adjustments of the Firebrush by first click on the effect icon in the upper right corner of the workspace, named Basic Fire Properties, the one to gears as symbols. Here you can control the speed of movements, brightness, and volume, which will control the density effect of the Firebrush. The stretch settings will change the directions of the flames. Finally, you can choose the colors of the flames, but we suggest you leave these controls alone for this time. Play around with these settings to get the desired end result. On the right side of the gear icons you have a control icon named Fire Geometry, which will set in which area of the background image you will apply the effect to. But in this example we do not use this function. You can always step forward and backward in your workflow by clicking on the icons with curved arrows as symbols. You find them in the upper toolbar to the left. Step 4. Add a sound effect. When you are satisfied with the settings of the Firebrush effect, you can add sound effects to your project. Animated Wallpaper Maker uses Windows WAV files as the standard sound file format for sound effect clips, and standard MP3 files if you want to use music backgrounds. There are some sound effects already added in the program, but if you want to use others, you always have the option to import sound clips from other sources. You can find thousands of free sound clips on the internet by searching on Google or some other search provider. In this example we searched and found a fireplace sound, which we downloaded and saved in our projects folder. You can add as many sound clips you want. But try to use sound clips which are not too large in file size, since otherwise the final file will be very large, and also may take unwanted processor resources on your computer. Add the sound clip by click on the button in the lower left side, named Sound Effects. Proceed by clicking on the plus symbol at the upper left in the toolbox. Then click on the button named Import, and navigate to the project folder where you stored the sound clip in. Click on the sound file in question, and then end the procedure by click on the button named Open. You will now hear the sound you imported and choose. In this dialog you can choose if you want the sound to be looped, or played in different intervals. You can also set the output volume and panning between left and right sound channel. You remove the toolbox from the screen by clicking on the sound effect button. Step 5. Time to preview your project. In the lower right corner of the workspace, you find a button named Preview. When you click on this button you can preview your animated wallpaper on your desktop, as it would look like after you created the final wallpaper file. Step 6. Create the animated wallpaper file. Finally you will create the actual wallpaper file. Here you have two options. Number 1 is to let Animated Wallpaper Maker create the file and automatically use it as your default desktop background. The second alternative is to create an executable file of your wallpaper project. The benefits of this alternative is that you can give away your creation to friends and family, so they can enjoy your beautiful animated wallpaper on their own computers. Final advice. As a final advice, we strongly recommend that you during the work process frequently save your project, in case of unwanted computer shutdowns. Otherwise you will have to start all over again, since Animated Wallpaper Maker don't automatically save your work in progress. We hope you found this little tutorial useful and inspiring for you to make the most of our Animated Wallpaper Maker. Please check out our other tutorial videos.